What's going on, everybody? I am Top 10 Pokemon, and this is our top Pokemon card auctions of the week. Now, this will be a different week than the rest. In the past year and a half, that's right, I've been doing this for a year and a half, over a year and a half actually, I've done one auctions of the week video per week, but this week it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be putting out a part 1 and part 2. Today will be part 1 of the auctions of the week. I will be reviewing the auctions that had occurred on eBay, Heritage, Golden Auctions. You get the idea. Now, either tomorrow or Monday, I'll be posting the part 2 segment where I'll be reviewing the PWCC monthly auctions that had occurred. Now, I know some of y'all have mixed feelings about PWCC and the controversy behind that, but other people are interested to see the cards that came by, and there were a ton. So I didn't want to combine every single noteworthy auction in one video and have auction bloat, so to speak, and make a half-hour long video. So I decided to divide it up into 2 different segments for your enjoyment. As I always say, folks, if you are new to this channel, please be a subscriber and please give this video a thumbs up. It would help me out a lot and I would greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, folks, let's get started with our auctions of the week, starting out with our auctions that had occurred on eBay with Celebration set. We had a lot of Celebrations cards come through, graded PSA 10. Let's take a look at a few of them. Here we have the Mewtwo EX from Celebrations in PSA 10 that sold for $270 this week. We had the Rockets Zapdos in PSA 10 sell for an even $300. A Birthday Pikachu came by and it sold for $449. We had a Celebrations Shining Magikarp come by in auction and it sold for $609. And then lastly, we had the trio, the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, all their PSA certifications in sequential order, and it sold for a total of $3,250. Now, folks, there were a ton more Celebrations graded cards that came by that I'm not putting in this video, and I'm doing that intentionally because in a few days I will be doing a top 10 most expensive Celebrations cards in their graded forms, so I want you to stay tuned for that. It'll be very, very interesting. So, moving on from Celebrations to Evolving Skies here. We had an Umbreon VMAX sell for $535. The Sylveon VMAX sold as a PSA 10 for $380. And then the Umbreon V alternate artwork sold for $685 this week. We had a Leafeon VMAX sell for $357. The Umbreon VMAX Rainbow Rare sold for $320. And we had a Dragonite V alternate artwork that sold as a PSA 10 for $560. And then the Secret Rare Rayquaza VMAX sold as a PSA 10 for $630, and then as a BGS 10 Pristine for $1,810. So these modern cards, at least for Evolving Skies so far, have been very consistent with the prices they've been getting as PSA 10s and BGS 10s. A couple of cards from Chilling Reign here. We have a Galarian Moltres V Full Art that sold as a PSA 10 for $395. Another one sold for $460 this week. The Blaziken VMAX Secret Rare card sold as a PSA 10 for $494. Another one sold for $521. And then another one sold for $631. And lastly, for Chilling Reign, we had a Secret Rare Golden Snorlax card sell as a PSA 10 for $500 even. We actually had one graded card from Battle Style set. We hardly ever see that unless it's the Tyranitar card, but here we have a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX Secret card that sold as a PSA 10 for $360 this week. A couple more modern cards to go over. There's a Mewtwo GX from Shining Legends set that sold this week for $365. The Special Delivery Pikachu has been going strong these past couple of weeks. This one sold for $650 as a PSA 10. Here is a Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path. Got the SGC 10 and it sold for $428, which is a pretty strong price for SGC. SGC isn't known for having the highest price modern graded cards, so not too bad of a price there if you ask me. And then from Burning Shadows, we have the Charizard GX Rainbow Rare that sold as a PSA 10 for $2,800. So, as I said before, very consistent prices for these graded slabs for our modern cards. Not much of a change from this week to the past several weeks, actually. Getting into vintage, we had a lot of base set unlimited holos, and they did very well this week. Let me go over a few of them. The Hitmonchan PSA 10 holo from base set sold for $766, which is up significantly from the past several weeks. The Nidoking holo sold for $656. The Magneton sold for $620. Gyarados sold for $666. The Mewtwo Holo sold for $810 this week. Clefairy sold for $970. And the Chansey sold for a whopping $2,325. The Chansey and the Clefairy are amongst the lowest pop PSA 10 holos from Base Set Unlimited, so they will usually fetch a higher price. On to Jungle Set, we had a first edition Flareon holo in PSA 10 that sold for $2,226, and the Jolteon sold at a very similar price of $2,225. Team Rocket Set pulled some pretty good numbers this week. We had a Dark Hypno first edition holo that sold for $530, and that's a pretty low tier card from Team Rocket Set, and it managed to go over $500. Pretty impressive. The Dark Vileplume sold for an even $500 this week. The Dark Machamp sold for $838. That's the highest I've seen this card go for quite a while in auction. And then of course, the Dark Charizard PSA 10 First Edition sold for $4,250. A couple of gym cards here. We have Lieutenant Surge's Raichu from Gym Challenge First Edition sold for $454.99. And then the Giovanni's Machamp sold for $425. The Rocket Zapdos sold for a staggering $1,057 US. Could that have something to do with the new Celebrations Rocket Zapdos? Maybe. On to the Neo sets here. We have a Tyranitar holo from Neo Discovery. This is the unlimited version that sold in Heritage auctions for $456. Here's a first edition Meganium from Neo Genesis that sold for $1,675. A PSA 10 unlimited Ho-Oh holo from Neo Revelation set sold for $1,475. We had several Shining Mewtwo's come by this week, all unlimited, all PSA 10. There was quite a bit. This one here sold for $1,135. This one here sold for $1,275. And lastly, we had one tier sell for $1,400. So 3 Shining Mewtwo's came by this week, unlimited, averaging around $1,300 for a PSA 10. Here's a Shining Steelix First Edition from Neo Destiny that sold for $1,425. And a Shining Kabutops First Edition sold for $1,225. Only one card from the E-Series I've seen come by, and that was the Vaporeon holo from Skyridge that sold for $1,580. On to the EX era, we have a Dark Slowking holo from EX Team Rocket Returns that scored the price of $501. I love this card. Awesome illustration. And then we have a Gyarados EX from Fire Red Leaf Green that sold as a PSA 10 for $582 US. Rocket Snorlax EX sold as a PSA 10 for $1,876. And then we had a Charizard from the Topps Chrome series sell as a PSA 10 for $1,325. Here from Call of Legends, we have an Espeon holo. Not a card you see very often. Got the PSA 10 and it sold for $661. And lastly, for our English cards here, we have the Charizard holo from Legendary Treasures in PSA 10 that sold for $611. On to some Japanese cards, folks. We have a Karen's Umbreon holographic in BGS 9.5 that sold this week for $810. And then here we have a Japanese promo Mysterious Pearl Winter Challenge card in PSA 10 that sold for $5,244.89. And to wrap up our Japanese cards here, we have this awesome 1997 Pocket Monsters checklist card that sold as a PSA 10 for $5,319. Look at everything going on in that card. You got the big 3 front and center there. You got Ash, what looks like Gary, holding out Pokeballs. Very, very awesome. Very, very old card. Over $5,000 this week. All right, some sealed product to go through. We have an unlimited fossil booster box. Looked like somebody took a bite out of the upper left-hand corner there, but still managed to sell for $5,200. Here is an EX Hidden Legends booster box that sold for $7,100. Here is a Pokemon the Movie 2000 Topps booster box from TCA Gaming that sold for $5,100 this week. And he also sold a Skyridge unopened booster pack for $970. Here is what is being advertised as Heavy, a first edition base set booster pack featuring Charizard on the front that sold this week for $10,100. And to finish up with our sealed product, we have a German first edition base set booster box that sold for a whopping $26,845 US. A couple of lots of graded cards here. This is from Heritage Auctions. We have a lot of first edition Spanish base set cards from CGC, ranging from 6s to 7s to 8s, that sold for a grand total of $1,620 for all these cards. And then here we have a vintage PSA 10 slab collection that sold for $12,771 US. And in this collection, you got several Charizards. A lot of them are Japanese Charizards. You got a reverse holo Alakazam, holographic Tyranitar from Expedition set. So lots of pretty decent PSA 10s here, selling for over $12,000. And the auction of the week, I have to give to this raw, sealed Pikachu on the ball promo card that sold for $7,023 US. This is the first time ever I've seen this card come through in auction. There's actually another one coming by in auction that we'll be touching on next week that is already beyond this price. So yeah, what do y'all think of that? If you look at the pop report for this card, there's only one graded, and it looks to be graded maybe a 4 or a 5 there. So yeah, what do you think of that? What do you think of the auctions this week? Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for my next video coming out either tomorrow or the next day, where I will be reviewing the PWCC monthly auctions. You don't want to miss it. Thanks again, folks. Give this video a like. I will see you all very soon.